Ozzie Albies leading things off and takes the strike.
Albies is playing on the road, so you know that means he's been FaceTiming with his pet fish. This guy owns a few home aquariums, and it's no secret he likes talking to his fish when he's away. In fact, Albies had cameras installed so he can check on the fish anytime he wants.
Pitch misses there. 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And a miss. And he's down on strikes. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
Here's Sean Murphy. And that is in for a strike. And it's 0-1. Second inning here, no score. That one's upstairs, ball 1. Outside low, and a count 2-1. Swing and a foul out of play. One down, base is empty. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Here's Jared Kelenic.
Batting 8, the left fielder, number 24, Jared Kelenic.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Two outs, base is empty. Next offering upstairs. Lifted in the air, right center field. Iglesias sizes this one up and makes the grab. And that is that. Offense held in check there. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. We're tied 0-0. Back here at Petco Park, here's the center fielder, Jackson Merrill. Strider back to work. Strider, a former All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a curve, and he works in a changeup. Righty delivers. And another ball. Fastball for a strike.
Well, it's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Everything came together for him. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
Here comes Manny Machado, one of the stars in the win yesterday, as he had 3 hits. That clips the corner. comes up empty. That's strike two.
Well, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Next offering misses. Going to count 1-2.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
You know, Boog, you often think a slider is more for that horizontal movement, but most of the good ones have both vertical depth and that horizontal movement, and that's what we saw right there. Good drop on the break and got him to swing over the top.
Elias Diaz stands in now and watches strike one. Pitch misses, and 1-1.
1-1.
On a line, base hit. They get it in quickly. So first and second, now one out.
You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
2 on, 1 out. Now here's Jake Cronenworth. First pitch misses.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
And the 1-0. And that one in the air center field. Harris brings it in. 2 down. Here's Jason Hayward.
Keep an eye on this at bat because even though it's early, it could change the outcome of this game. Look for your pitch and attack it.
Fastball for a strike at 95.
0-1's the count.
First and second, 2 down here in the second game of the series. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Coming home. Here comes the throw, but it's offline. He will score, and it's 1-0.
Big swing of the bat right there to give him the lead. That was clutch. Just kept it simple. Played Pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there was just no one there to knock it down.
First and second, 2 outs. And here is Jose Iglesias. Close one, doesn't get the call. Ball 1. Strider deals. On the ground to third. And that chance handled. Over to first. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now 1-0. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. New inning getting started. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Orlando Arcia. Arcia 30 years old now, and he was born in Venezuela. That one fouled off. Here comes the 0-1. And that is out of play. And there's the ball.
Really good slider. He's up there just hoping that it ends up off the plate away.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
And now it's Ronald Acuna Jr., and it gets down for a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. And he's got a double.
Wastes no time there. Ripped that one down the line and kept it fair. And even when you hit it that far out front, you still have to keep your hands tight to your body so you don't hook around that baseball and put it in foul territory. And that right there was perfect.
Now the number 2 hitter, Michael Harris II. He's 0 for 1. And there's a strike on the outside corner. And 1-2. That one just misses.
That pitch was pretty borderline at the top of the zone, and he's not digging the call out there on the mound. Clearly pretty frustrated, so he's going to have to collect himself a little.
Man at second. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field. And there are 2 down.
And good defensive play prevents a run from scoring right there.
Now batting, designated hitter Marcell Ozuna.
Here comes Ozuna up to the plate. Singy, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He's the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field. Not sure if he was expected for the pitcher to come right at him, but he got a nice cookie there and just watched it the entire way.
And it's even up to Ozuna. Fought off foul. Swing and a ball driven out to center. Going back. Makes the grab. And that'll do it. A double in the inning, but they leave him stranded. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Padres 1 and the Braves nothing. Set for the bottom of the 3rd. It's Xander Bogaerts now.
The shortstop, Xander
Bogaerts, who wears that number 2 on his back for his idol, Derek Jeter. Pitch misses there. Ball 1. Right through there for a strike. Swing and a high fly ball down the right field line. Acuna makes the grab. One up, one down.
The first baseman, number 4,
Luis Ariz stands in.
Strider's a guy known for his velocity. He can bring it, but that wasn't always the case. Coming back from an injury in college, Strider was throwing 94 to 96 miles per hour, Boog, when the Braves drafted him. Now he lights up the radar gun with triple-digit speeds.
One down, base is empty. And that one is lifted in the air. Harris. Out, number 2.
Now batting, right fielder, Fernando.
2 down, base is empty. Here's the cleanup hitter for the Padres, Fernando Tatis Jr. And a curve misses outside, ball 1.
Well, that curveball right there stayed up in the zone. And if it's going to be effective, he's going to have to finish the pitch, tease the strike zone, and get it down. Otherwise, it's going to eventually get hit really hard somewhere.
Swing and a foul back. That's out of play. Outside low. And that's ball 2. That's down and in.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
Draws the walk there.
Take your base.
Looked like a questionable call in that spot. He even seemed a little surprised it went his way at the plate, but as a hitter, he'll take that all day.
So a man at first. Jackson Merrill, the next up for the Padres. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. Pickoff throw, and he's out. And they got him. That ends the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's Matt Olson.
This is a guy that really has the ability to be more than just a slugger and a home run hitter, but to hit for average, to get on base, and to drive the ball out of the ballpark.
Way high there, and that's ball 1.
You know, these Braves, to put it bluntly, need to put together more competitive at-bats, and I don't think they've lived up to their own expectations at the plate. Strikeouts are a little easier to stomach in baseball today, but even by those standards, they're going down way too often, and I think they're having a hard time getting any momentum going as a result.
Next offering is fouled back.
He's been pitching well, but we'll see what kind of adjustment the hitters make this second time through the order. We'll know if he's got really good stuff in this one or not.
Swing and a miss. Missed that by a mile. And the count 1-2. Just missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a high fly ball, pretty well struck right field. Fielding for the wall as he makes the catch.
Now batting, the third baseman,
Yeah, it's a really nice catch right there near the wall, and you have to use everything available to you. Know when your feet leave the grass and hit the warning track. Also, when you're able to, use the bare hand to feel for exactly how close you are. And right there, perfect use of his instruments.
Here is Austin Riley. Swing and a ground ball. Throws to first in time.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Ozzie
Albies up to the plate. Went down on strikes his first time through. Short hop liner handled it short. Throw to first, and very nicely done for the out. Braves are set down 1-2-3. Still behind by a count of 1-0.
Is this redemption for my soul? Old ground to explore.
Back here at the ballpark,
Leading
let's
up
check out
for
the
the
latest
Padres,
news from around the
The
league.
center fielder, Jackson Merrill.
First pitch, not close. That one misses. That's 5 straight. Now 3-0. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Well, just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
And now it's Manny Machado. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time.
You know, Boog, Petco Park seems to be transforming into Machado's castle. I mean, nobody's hit more home runs in this ballpark. And Machado passed Adrian Gonzalez for the top spot on the list in 2023.
That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. Merrill on at first. Nobody out. That misses the zone, and it's 2-1. Now one missed.
1 strike.
Back up the middle and a base hit. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
First and second, no outs. And now it's Elias Diaz. And there's a strike. And no one can get there. They won't test it here. Bases loaded, no outs.
A couple of hits in a row for him here. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield. Now the bases loaded, big opportunity for them to break this game open.
Brian Snitker out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Spencer Strider done for the night, and it wasn't his best start, but he kept them in it to this point, and will come back with a new arm.
Now pitching for
Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Hurston
number
Waldrop.
64.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Bases loaded, nobody out. Jake Cronenworth, the next up for the Padres. There's a strike, 95 of that one. Oh, 1 now. Swing and a miss as he was out front. The Braves bullpen has some activity. Angel De Los Santos up and loosening in the pen. Suarez also getting ready. Bases loaded, nobody out. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And an excellent job keeping it right
number
there.
22.
Well, obviously that was nowhere near the strike zone by the time it got to the plate. People at home watching are thinking, what's he swinging at? But I'll tell you, some of the break guys snap off these days is just devastating. It can be so tough to recognize where a pitch like that's going to end up.
And now here is Jason Hayward. That's off the mark, and it's 1-0.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
Yeah, that's fouled off. To left base hit. In to score from third. It's an RBI single. It's 2-zip. Tries to get back and save.
His confidence level is so high. Really nice job of coming through in a big spot. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
So bases loaded with one away. Jose Iglesias gets a chance to hit now. And the first offering is not close. All loaded up. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Cut on and lifted in the air. Base hit. 1 run is in. Here's the throw to the plate. It's off the mark and he scores. And they lead by 4.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. And a dangerous hitter coming up to hit in Xander Bogaerts. Drilled in the air out towards right center. Harris sizing this one up. Nabs it. Runner tags from third. He's in on the sacrifice fly. And the lead is up to 5.
Man, there's a sac fly to bring home another run in this inning. These hitters are just piling it on. We're seeing some really quality at-bats out of this team right now.
Luis Arias, the next up for the Padres. 1 for 2. That's in there. Strike 1.
Nope.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Harris grabs it on the run. So 4 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. We're headed to the 5th. It's the Padres 5 and the Braves nothing. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far.
Murphy.
Cease back to work. And that misses. And that's ball 1.
You know, the first manager to ever win a game here at Petco Park was Tony Gwynn. Yes, Tony Gwynn. They had a college baseball tournament here in March 2004, and Tony managed San Diego State to a win.
They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
1-1.
On the ground to first, and that one handled. Tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. One away here in the fifth.
The left fielder, number 24, Jared Kelnick.
And next for Atlanta, Jared Kelnick. 0 for 1 with a flyout.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the third or fourth pitch of just about every at bat.
That's in there.
0-1.
And he lays down a bunt. Bare hand grab, fires to first. He's safe. On with a bunt single.
Maybe a little small ball is exactly what the doctor ordered to rev up this offense, and they've been pretty quiet all game, so maybe this wakes them up a bit and helps them get on the board.
Here's Orlando Arcia. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. Fastball for a strike. It's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Kelnick leads off first with one away. Swing and a ground ball up the middle, and it's through for a hit. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away.
The right fielder, number 13, Ronald Acuna Jr.
So the batting order turns over. Ronald Acuna Jr. next up for the Braves. And first offering is fouled off.
So, Boog, here's an interesting fact about Acuna. He has the most home runs at Truist Park. He passed Freddie Freeman for the top spot in 2023, and I think he might hold that record for a while. Absolutely frozen on that heater right down the middle, and that's a pitch you're just not getting back. Now he's in a tough spot, especially after falling behind on a good first pitch.
This one in the dirt. In the dirt. Two on, one out. Goes down looking.
Simply said, this guy's flailing at the plate right now. Just disconnected from head to toes in terms of the sink of his body. That's his 5th strikeout of the series, and we're just 2 games in. So hoping to see some kind of adjustment out of him. His at-bats are just a little tough to watch right now.
So first and second with 2 outs. And now the center fielder, Michael Harris II. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. And that is that. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. It's the Padres 5 and the Braves nothing. Back here in San Diego, John Shelby with my buddy Chris Singleton, and set to get us started. Bottom 5, Fernando Tatis Jr. And ball 1.
You know, these Padres really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
Swing and a ball popped up. Albies. And there's one away.
The center fielder, number 3, Jackson Merrill.
Here's the center fielder, Jackson Merrill. And that's through there for a strike. 0-1.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger.
Swing, and this one's blasted. It's got a chance, and that one is off the wall. Throws to second, and he'll pull into second safely.
Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result.
One out, runner at second. Manny Machado up to the plate. That's in for a strike.
0-1.
Ball one there. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike two.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Outside low. Now 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And Machado able to spoil that pitch. 1 out and a runner at second. Last half of inning number 5. Good job to fight that one off. Strike 3, frozen with the front door slider.
Boog, he was shopping at the buckle right there, the way that slider made him look. That was just nasty.
Diaz.
Here's Elias Diaz. He's 2 for 2. Swings and misses. 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Swung on, looped into center. Brings it in for the 3rd out. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. 5 innings complete. It's the Padres 5 and the Braves nothing. Top of the 6th inning. Marcell Ozuna coming up to hit. Ozuna goes 6'1", 34-year-old vet, and he was selected to the All-Star game last year. And first offering is fouled off. And that's a little high. I've gotten to call some incredible NLDS games here at Petco Park between the Padres and their fierce rivals, the LA Dodgers. NLDS game 4 here in 22 when the Padres knocked off LA, and then game 4. Now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. Makes a leap, being grabbed for the out.
It's a really good swing. He just didn't get quite enough of it to beat the wind. It's blowing in from right field right now.
Here's Matt Olson down. Just missed.
That's the ball. Ball 1, no strikes.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Tonight, his slider has been really impressive. I mean, tight spin. Seems like the hitters aren't picking it up out of the hand.
Off the mark there. 2-1.
We got 2 balls.
1 out, bases empty.
Outside, that's a ball.
That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
Boog, if I were him, I'd be nibbling around the plate as well. I mean, this guy is just capable of hitting pitches outside of the zone and driving them a long way.
Runner on at first with one gone. Here's Austin Riley. 0 for 2 in this one. Riley was a kid in high school that was scouted by most teams as a pitcher. In fact, 95% of the teams wanted him as a pitcher. And I actually asked him, were you interested in being drafted as a pitcher? And he told me directly, no, I hated it. My arm hurt all the time. Cease. Ready to fire now. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Next pitch is downstairs. And a good eye there.
Great job of laying off those pitches down in the zone to even the count up at 2-2. Such a better feeling for the hitter.
Man at first, one away. Next offering is downstairs. Ground ball left side, could be 2. Off balance speed, there's 1. Double play. And that'll do it for the inning. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. It's the Padres 5 and the Braves nothing. And we're back, ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now the DH, Jake Cronenworth. And there's a breaking ball that drops in there.
Now pitching for
Jose Suarez is forced to the mound after the injury.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
There's a swing and a miss.
Just a little too quick on that. Front shoulder, front hip, front foot. Everything comes open. No way of making contact with that one.
And that's too high.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
the left fielder, number 22, Jason Hayward.
So digging in now for San Diego, Jason Hayward. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Activity in the bullpen. Angel De Los Santos getting ready to come in for manager Brian Snitker. Runner at first with no outs here. In the air, left field, down the line, and that's a foul ball. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Now batting, second
back
baseman,
to the top of the lineup, Jose Iglesias. The next up for the Padres. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Here's Xander Bogaerts. And first offering is fouled off. Pop foul out of play off to the right. The changeup missing, and that is ball one.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
Runners at first and second with one gone here in the bottom of the 6th. Struck him out looking. Next for the Padres, Luis Arias. 1 for 3.
Oh, yeah.
That was the
Counts
sweeper,
1-0.
but it missed. Over to Albies, and the inning is over. 2 left on. 7th inning coming up. It's the Padres 5 and the Braves nothing. Top of inning number 7. Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit.
Albies.
This pitcher's done a good job of disrupting the hitter's timing with the mix of pitches and changing speeds. You want to keep that front foot inconsistent for the batter. Their swings are hesitant, and that's exactly what you want on the mound.
Stephen Kolek taking over on the mound.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
Just missed. And that one fouled off. Up the middle. Bogaerts handles the chance. Throws to first. One up, one down. So here's Murphy now. swings through that one.
0-1's the count.
Outside low, and the count even 1-1. That one the other way, and there's a hit.
Now batting, left fielder Jared.
Man at first
Kellner.
with one gone. Jared Kellner next up for the Braves. Misses inside. 1-0. Liner, and that should be extra bases. Murphy around second on his way to third. Coming home. And he's at third with one away. That's a triple.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
One down, runner at third. And the batter will be the shortstop, Orlando Arcia. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Base hit and a run comes in.
Now batting, right fielder Ronald.
So
Acuna
back to the top of the
Jr.
order. And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. That one's in there, and that's strike one. Arcia over at first with one away. And a big swing and a miss.
0-2 is the count.
The 0-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, clearly just anxious right there, and understandably so. In an 0-2 count, you feel like you've got a lot of plate to cover, and you don't want to strike out, and you end up striking out. That's just one of those pitches where it's not over the plate, but because you committed to it as it was leaving his hand, by the time you realized it wasn't going to be in the zone, it's too late to hold up your swing.
Now in for the Braves, Michael Harris II. In for a strike. It's 0-1. Hard hit to third. They take the force out, and that'll do it. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Padres 5 and the Braves 2. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Angel De Los Santos.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
De Los Santos.
And the batter
Leading
will
up
be
for the
Fernando
Padres,
Tatis
the right
Jr.
fielder, Fernando Tatis Jr.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. And it's fouled away. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Nope, that's off the plate. Ball 2.
And it's
3
filled
balls,
up.
2 strikes.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. Albies. He makes the grab, and there's one down.
Now batting, the center fielder,
Jackson Merrill getting ready to hit.
See, every time you see me, I got something new.
This one in the air, right field. Acuna hauls it in for the out.
the third baseman, number 13.
2 outs, base is empty. Now Machado up here. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And there's a ball.
2-0 count. You really don't want to give in here. You got to work the edges, really execute a pitch. Hopefully you can get back into this count.
Now fly ball to right center. Acuna has it sized up. Makes the catch, inning over. No runs, no hits, no errors. 8th inning coming up. It's the Padres 5 and the Braves 2.
Bringing blessings when I move. Special, I'm an essence, I'm a brew. I'm lessons, I'm written law, thoughts food. More than when I was school, I was sure to cross borders.
Now pitching for the
Welcome
Padres,
back, and a new arm on the mound to start
number
the 8th.
75.
Robert Suarez.
Robert Suarez.
Here's Marcell Ozuna.
The designated hitter, Marcell
That one in triple digits.
Good pitch to hit on a tee up in the zone. I think he was looking for something else right there.
Swing and a tapper and a foul ball.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
And misses inside. That's inside.
Wow, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
In the air, foul off first. Arise pulls it down, and he makes the catch. 1 away.
Now batting, the first baseman, Matt Olson.
Matt Olson up to the plate. In there, and it's 0-1. Suarez, a very difficult guy to get hits off of. It's really rare for teams to string stuff together against him.
He wins every pitch, and for a hitter, sometimes a victory is just fouling off one of his pitches.
The Padres leading by 3, and we're in the top of the 8th. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, we saw a solid effort out of their starter, and the bullpen is following suit. It's just a good day as a manager or as a pitching coach when you can hand the ball off to multiple arms and get stability from all of their performances.
Riley in the box now. No balls and a strike.
1-1.
Unless he beats himself, somehow can't find it, doesn't have the control command that day, you can pretty much forget about it.
And that's downstairs and outside. As a hitter, there's even more pressure to take advantage of any mistake, right?
Yeah, and you're hoping that, somehow, some way, whether it's a hit by pitch, a walk, something bad happens, because outside of that, stuff is just too good to fail. And he's got deception in his delivery, and it's not that he's trying to deceive the hitters. He just has this natural flow that makes it hard for hitters to pick the ball up. It gets on them a little bit quicker than they anticipate, even though they know what the velocity numbers are.
The 1-2 just misses the mark outside the zone.
Well, I think he's trying to get a feel for where that one missed. I mean, it could have gone either way, but he looked a little shocked for a second there.
And down on strikes. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Braves go down quickly here, and the deficit remains 5-2. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Dylan Lee. And now the catcher comes up to him, Elias Diaz.
The catcher, Elias Diaz.
First offering misses badly for ball 1. Movement in the Atlanta bullpen. Aaron Bummer getting ready to come in for manager Brian Snitker. Johnson also throwing. Fouled off left side.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Ball, that's out.
Next pitch misses way outside.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
And that one wrapped foul. High fly ball out to left field. Kelnick settles underneath it, makes the catch, and there's one gone.
The designated hitter, number 9.
Stepping in, Jake Cronenworth. And he chases a high fastball there.
Sometimes a hitter will go up there and guess, and it's not just pulling something out of the sky, but expecting because of tendencies a certain pitch in a certain location. He just guessed wrong.
That misses the zone, and it's a ball and a strike. That's out to center field. Harris. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
The left fielder, number 22, Jason.
Stepping in for San Diego, Jason Hayward.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
And a breaking ball misses outside. Strike 1.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
And a swing and a miss, and that's that. Padres go down quietly, and it remains 5-2.
Now pitching for
We're
the
back,
Padres.
and on the mound is the closer,
Number 40.
Jason Adam. A
Jason
chance at his first save
Adam.
of the year. And here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout.
LLM. I ain't even know you, but your brother's my brother. Shout out Pieces. LLB. I never told Mugga I live right across the street. The memory is deadly. I remembered your name, my sister.
Adam, in his 5th season, 33 years old, and he was a 5th round pick back in 2010. There's a strike.
0-1.
Caught him looking for the K.
Well, I think that's a case of overthinking right there. He got 3 straight fastballs looking in the 0-2 count just to pour it back.
Here's a catcher to hit, Sean Murphy. He's built his reputation as one of the top framers in the sport. Swing and a pop-up, foul out of play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. That one outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the sweeper is off the plate. One down, base is empty. On the ground, Bogarts fields it cleanly. 2 up, 2 down.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
The Braves down to their last out. Jared Kellner next up for the Braves. That one's in there, 0-1. They're down to their final strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
This could end it. Lifted to left, and that should do it. He's got it. Ball game. The Padres take the first 2 games of this series.
Well, his first save of the season is in the books, and that was a nice job of him coming in the game and closing it out. He's off and running now.
And your final score, 5-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Why's it always feel like I only go backwards? Got patterns, no way to escape this. Eyes wide shut, someone hit me with lace again. Shake this, take this, fake it or make this. Feeling